everybody. I hope you had a nice weekend. What I'm going to try to do today for you is give you a basic overview of what EdPuzzle is, how it can help with flipped learning, and just show you the basic features of it and give you some time to really play with it and upload your own videos today and make your own lessons. So without any further ado, let's get started. So before we even start, I know that there's some of you out there who are saying, what is EdPuzzle? I know some of you are saying, okay, well, we've done this before. We did this last year. So I'm going to address both of you. What is EdPuzzle? EdPuzzle is a tool that is great. It allows you to use videos for your classes, either that you have used, that you've created, maybe voiceovers of PowerPoints, maybe something that you've maybe done an experiment and you want to show your kids, or maybe you saw something outside, a monument that you took a video and talked over it with your students and wanted to tell them about it. Or maybe just a lesson that you're shot at home and you want to share with your students. And it allows you to insert questions as you go on through the video. It's really great in order, or you could pull something off of Khan Academy or any other sort of educational platform that you might number file, YouTube, anything. And you can upload it onto EdPuzzle and insert questions throughout the video. You could do voiceovers if there's a really good video that has graphics, but you're not really great or really keen on the commentary. You could do your own commentary. There's lots of options here. So I'm going to show you how to use it, and then you could determine the best way to use it for your own students. So this is the home page of EdPuzzle. So here's a couple different options for you. You could either log in or sign up. We're going to go ahead and sign up. I'll show you here. And you're going to either sign up as a teacher or as a student. We're going to sign up as a teacher. And you could either sign up with Google or sign up with EdPuzzle. I would sign up with Google because it will allow you to sync with all of your Google Classrooms and sync with, oh, that's because we're not doing it with here's my son's account too. So L. Waslick at Hackettstown. Okay, so we'll go up here to my home. Here's all of it, already knows I'm a history teacher, and we'll go to Hackettstown High School here. Here's some things I already put in here because they're funny and I could use them at a later time. So I can say, okay, here's my Hackettstown High School page. Here's my classes, my grade book, content areas. 41 teachers in Hackettstown High School have already signed up for this. We'll go over here to my classes. Okay. Okay, so right now that you see, I am in right now my Hackettstown Professional Development class. Over here, I have class options. Here you could see I have my class code. I can generate a new one if I wanted to. I can lock my classroom. So even if all my students get in, I can lock it so no other students can get in. I could delete my class. I can change my class name if I want to. I'm going to just get out of here for a second. I could invite my students, and I could do this a couple different ways. I could copy the link and share it. I could put this up on my board and say, here it is, FACENGU, and have them all join the class, because they would do it the same way that we just did. They would go to edpuzzle.com and they would go to I am a student instead of I am a teacher and just put in the code the same way that we did it, except we went to do it with our Google Classroom. You would go in with no due date here for our due assignments, no due assignments, our class members. Again, here you can invite your students. It's the same way. Here again, I have my option to lock my classroom. If I lock it, no students can join. All I would have to do here is unlock my classroom and students can join again. Up here, I have content I could add to my classroom. Here I have my grade book. Obviously, I have no assignments in right now. I could toggle between my classes right here for my grade book, and I could go back to my classes. If I want to add a new class, I could come over here and I could go to my Google Classroom. And here, see it's working. And I have different classes that I am in my Google Classroom. So here's my HHS faculty, my HMS staff resources, and faculty classroom. I believe this is Willow Grove, so I could post stuff onto all your staff resources pages. So if I wanted to do this, all I would have to do is click here. Now, this is important. If I were to get a new faculty member at any of the schools, I would just have to go back and import my classes every once in a while if anybody were to be new hires. Same thing for you. If you were to get new students, you would just have to come back in here and re-import your classes. This way that it would update your class lists, update your grade books, and you would just import your classes. So when I would do that, it would update everything here. I would import my classes here. I'm not going to do that, so I'm just going to cancel this out. And then I would have all of these new classes. Okay. But again, that's all you would have to do to add a class. If you have them in your Google Classroom, you just click here, add a new class, click on Google Classroom, let it do its little magic up here, click on the class that you would like to add, click import, and it would show up. Okay, that's it. Okay, so from here, we're going to go over to content. EdPuzzle itself has about 5 million videos for you to choose from, and that's really 5 million videos, not an exaggeration of 5 million videos. And if you look, EdPuzzle has 5 million videos as a combination of EdPuzzle, YouTube, Khan Academy, National Geographic, TED Talk, all those different things. And sometimes there are videos on here that teachers have already created questions for. Sometimes the wheel does not need to be reinvented. Sometimes people have done it for you, but it's important to preview those videos. Make sure that the videos are basically reinforcing the points that you want to be reinforced, that the content is in there that you want to have your students look at, and that they're appropriate for your students, that there are not things in there that are either too mature for your students or things that maybe your students cannot handle. When you look at these videos, for example, here's one. Let's see, Frankenstein. My son likes this book. If you were to click on this video, this little thing right here, I don't know what that's technically called, but it tells you that there's 6 questions, notes on this video. If you go over here, there's none. Okay, you come down here, copy of grade 6, there's 6 questions on this. Sumerian mythology, there's none over here. So just at a glance, you can see that. These are EdPuzzle videos. If you go down here to YouTube, okay, you see the same thing. There's none over here. That's because EdPuzzle, these are EdPuzzle's videos, okay? When you go down to Khan Academy, you're going to notice here too, there's no questions on these videos. National Geographic, TED Talks, okay, crash course videos. I used to love these. The social studies ones for my students. The only thing with these videos, if you've never seen them, the social studies ones, he talks very quickly. So that's just something that you keep in mind if you're going to use these videos. That's something that you're going to want to preview and just make sure that you're aware of when you go to use these videos. Now, if you were to go up here to curriculum, there's elementary school, middle school, high school. If you go to middle school, for say, it has all of these different topics that you could go into here and say, here, let's go to social emotional. Here's a whole bunch of different videos that you could choose. If you go, go back to curriculum, elementary school, view content. Okay, here you go. You could view videos by grade. 2nd grade, language arts, phonics, short vowels, sounds of C. Okay, phonemic awareness. Go back. High school, again, everything from computer science, economics, ESL. Okay, curriculum. Go back to elementary school. Videos by subjects. Okay, electives. Again, you have foreign language, ESL, life skills, music, phys ed, lots of different things to choose from. All right, so I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to go into Crash Course because they were always my favorite. So I'm going to go into a favorite time period of mine, the 1960s, and I am going to go right over here into this video. Actually, let me go back a second. When you go here, okay. Oh, why isn't this working for me? Okay, here I can edit, I can copy, or I can unselect. Okay, so I am going to click edit. Here we go. So now I could do a couple of things. I can cut the video.
It made George into
stop talking. I can cut the video to do just a clip. If 15 minutes is too long, I don't want to do a 15-minute video. I just want to show them a 5-minute clip. I can you have to make sure you take this section here and just cut the video to what I want it to be. I can do a voiceover. And if I want to voice over it, that means basically, okay, so over here, you could see here, voiceover is now blocked to comply with YouTube's terms of service. I would have to upload my own video, so that's not actually going to work right now for this. Or I can add questions. So now the questions here. Basically, I could add a multiple choice question, which would allow me to type my question. Okay, here's my question. We'll do a very easy question. Who is the man featured on the board in the background? Okay, and then I would put in my choices here. Okay, and you'll see here, I could put in where the green check is. This would actually be the correct answer, and then I would hit save. Basically, what this allows me to do is to have the correct answer marked so that when the students come in and they choose the answers, it will grade them for me. Okay, so that's the multiple choice question.
Hi, I'm John Green. This is Crash Course U.S. History, and today we're going to...
Okay, I could do an open-ended question where I would type the question here. When the students come in, they could then write their answers to the question, or I could write a note. So basically what this would do is it would formulate a note, pop it up at this point in the video. I could do that by inserting text here, or I could click this microphone button, which I won't do because if I do that, it will actually start recording me now. And you'll see a little red button pop up, similar to if you were to record anything else, if it was on your cell phone or something else on a computer. But basically it would record your voice at this point in the video. It would pause the video and record your note. Okay, so let's just talk about the questions for a second. Multiple choice questions, they have their place. If you're just checking for understanding to make sure that they understand what happened in those previous sections. If you want to just make sure that they're watching the video and just ask them a couple questions about what did you just see? Make sure that they understand who's in the video, what's being talked about, what decade are we discussing at this point in time. That's great. If you want to talk about a little bit more in depth, if you want to hear about their opinions, have them make connections, maybe those are more open-ended type questions that you want to have them look at. If you're asking them to talk about how the 60s compare with what they know about the 50s, about protests that they're seeing today, maybe, that's open-ended questions. So when you put these in, you can put them in. So if I want to add an open-ended question, here you go. Here's my open-ended question. How do the protests of the 1960s compare to protests that you see today? There we go. So that's my question. Okay. Here's my open-ended question. So now I want to go here.
Stick initiatives from 1965
through 1960. Here we go. LBJ. This looks like it's probably a Vietnam question. So I'm going to put something in here too. I'm going to put in a multiple choice question. I have no idea what they're talking about, so I'm just going to pretend that I do right now. Let's add questions here. I'm going to put all my choices in here. I didn't mention this to you before, so I want to mention it to you now. Kids catch on really fast. If all if all of your correct answers are always your first one, they're not ever going to have to pay attention. So you could change your answer. So this one now is C, right? A, B, C, D. So here we go. The correct answer is this one. Now I'm just going to type something in here, right? Now I added it. Here's my answers. And now that I did that, I can hit save. And now you see, here's another question.
67 are known as the Great Society.
Okay, Great Society. And now we keep going. So as you move on, you see that all of these questions are here. As the students watch the video, they cannot progress through the video until they answer your questions. So it's my suggestion, and it's only a suggestion, to mix up the questions. So you could do some multiple choice, you could do some open-ended. You know, you don't want to put too many in that they lose the impact of the video. You know, so maybe there's a pattern that you do. Maybe there's a reason that you put some open-ended questions at the end, really have them discuss what they saw, kind of have them synthesize and really have them, you know, come together with all the information that they were presented with. Maybe have them put it and compare to what things you've talked about in class, have them compare it to other decades, have it compare it to other things that they've experienced. Those are great ways to have them watch videos and really make them useful. Okay, so let's move on from here. Once you have the video that you want with the questions that you have in place, what you're going to do is it saves automatically. You're going to hit finish. Here's my video. Hold on a second, let me do this because that's not, okay, oh, let me move this so that you have everything in its place. Okay, it saves my video. Everything is here. I am going to now assign it to my class. Okay, I am going to prevent skipping. I am going to assign it to my Hackettstown professional development class. Okay, I can turn on my closed captioning. It says no due date. I want to have a due date. So I will have, oops, sorry. I will have it due Friday, the 16th. Okay, and because I know you're all night owls, I'll have it due at midnight. Okay, and now I will assign it. Okay, preview this in student mode. Good, crash course. I don't need to edit the name. It's fine. And now I can share the assignment. Here's the link. Copy link. We're good. Everything is good to go. Okay, so now if I go back to my classes right here, here it is. Here's my assignment. Okay, now if I go over here and I look at it and I click, here's my question at the beginning, my question at the middle, my open-ended, my multiple choice. I'm good to go. All right, so I'm going to go back to my classes here. I can see over here, nobody turned it in. My class members, well, nobody turned it in because I have nobody in my class yet. So that's how we upload our video. That's how we create our video. I just want to say thank you for your attention today. I also want to say I just went back and watched the video just to make sure everything that I wanted to put in there was there. And I just found one little mistake that I want to point out to you. When you do your multiple choice, if you choose to move the location of your correct answer, for example, you want to put it at the C location instead of the A location. When you do that and that little green check moves locations, make sure that you put the red X, click the red X for where it was previously, because you can have more than one correct answer. So you could say, you know, which of the following are correct, or which is the wrong answer for your multiple choice. So there's lots of different options you could do for that multiple choice. So just make sure you are checking that you only have one correct answer, or one answer marked correct for your multiple choice answers. Other than that, you should be good to go. All your information is there to get started with how to create, how to upload, how to select a video. If you have any questions, if there's anything that I left out on how to get started, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help you out. Your instructional technology coordinators are in your buildings. They know how to do this too, so don't hesitate to reach out to them. But my email is right here on the screen, and I hope you guys are all doing well. And I hope you have a great day today. Thanks.